This week on the Danny Brown Show.
I'll tell you what, as a ginger, I ain't got shit. I ain't got shit, dude. I get sunburned and come quick. I'm not doing much out here.
And I swear I wish when I was a kid, I wish I just would have been like, man, I'm gay. So my mama wouldn't let me go to church and shit. Be like,
my buddy told me about a brisket Crunchwrap Supreme, and I was like, that's the key to domestic violence right there. You eat one of those and start swinging on your son. That's crazy.
It's the Danny Brown Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go. It's the Danny Brown Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go.
yo, 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 what up, yo? Coming to y'all live from Austin, Texas at YMA Studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. I got the Booth Boys with me. What's up, y'all?
Yo, what up, man?
How was y'all weekend?
We chilling.
Man,
I mean, shit, it's right now.
Shit, it's been fucking hot, man. God damn it, got the boy Trevor Wallace in the motherfucking house. How you doing,
Hell
brother?
yeah, man. I'm trying to be a booth boy.
That's
How do
right.
I apply? Dude, it is hot. I feel good, man. My Uber driver had a bullet hole in the window.
What?
Yeah, he had a bullet hole in the window, and he was having a passionate conversation on a Bluetooth.
That's when you get that Uber X.
Dude, this was it. This was like, it was the comfort. Comfort is never comfort. It's some bullshit, it's close to it, but the bullet hole had a nice breeze to it, so I can't complain.
That's what I realized, man, when you pay for Uber X. Because sometimes, man, I be trying to be frugal with my funds.
Of course.
I don't need to exhale all the time. I ain't no NBA player.
Right.
If
I'm on a date, I'll do it. But like just solo, I'm like, let me just get the random shit. But then you got a bullet hole and a man making Miami Vice connections on the phone.
The other day I had a non-binary Indian woman.
Hold up. How was that?
She kept damn near crashing and shit. She ain't know where she was going.
Oh, I thought you meant you were on like a date with that.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, you should have been.
I'm a one-woman man now, man.
One-woman man? Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm over that shit, man. It's too hard out here in these streets, man.
Oh, yeah, man. I just told you I saw a dog drinking Gatorade out of a cup last night.
Yeah, man. It's been fucking hot.
It's hot.
I don't know. It was over 100s this weekend, man.
Yeah.
And my dumb ass, I've been trying to be on my fit shit since I've been sober and shit.
Yeah.
I ain't know a black man could get burnt.
Oh,
I got the redneck tank top going on and shit.
Boy, I
now.
got news for you, dog. That's my specialty right there.
I had to go on Amazon and try to find some sunscreen.
On Amazon?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I could.
Like a special
Because my girl said I got to get the shit with zinc in it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know no fuck. I ain't never even heard of
Women
no
know everything about beauty products. You ask one question, they'll give you a whole array.
Yeah, see, my girl is an esthetician and shit, so that's why I can't be out here with fucked up skin. She always be seeing me doing shit. She be like, what the fuck is you doing? Because I'm a black man. We use cocoa butter.
Yeah,
so you can be putting cocoa butter on your skin and shit. That should be clogging up your pores. I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
I'm breaking out more doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they give you so much stuff. It also makes your skin worse. I've done that where I tried too many products. My skin just looked terrible.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Ever since I had got out of rehab and shit, I was like, I got a lot more time in my day.
Yeah.
Let me focus on myself and try to get my shit together.
There you
know?
go.
And I bought a whole bunch of skin products and shit. Man, that shit was fucking me up more. I had to cut back on that shit.
Dude, I put some shit on at night. I was like, this is some bad bitch routine. I did it, and then I had more acne the next morning.
Yeah,
what the fuck's going on?
This shit is fucked up, man.
And then she was like, when was the last time you changed your pillowcase? I was like, all right, don't ask the hard-hitting questions.
That got something to do with it?
I think so, because your face is like dirty with oils on it.
God damn. So I wondered if that worked
It's
with
everything.
do-rags.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, everything.
Niggas be putting the same do-rag on for months. Your fucking forehead be breaking out
100%.
shit.
Definitely.
I'm like, God damn.
Definitely,
I gotta wash
it's all
the
trapped
do-rag.
in there. There's no breathing up there, so it's trapped in there.
I know. That's the worst shit. I got fucking do-rag lines on my head now, man. I don't want to bring no attention to it. Fuck, it's all fucked up, man. We need to figure out some product, man.
That's why you did the red hair? You take away from it?
It's just supposed to be burgundy.
Is it?
Yeah, man. I don't know,
like
man. This shit didn't take right. I gotta stop fucking with this dyeing hair shit. As a man in his 40s, I'm lucky that I still even got hair and shit. So I keep doing shit to it. Before I know it, my shit gonna be falling out.
Nah, man. I grew up with red hair, so the fact that somebody would want to have red hair is crazy to me. Cause everybody would call me like a ginger and shit. Like, I was terrible.
They say gingers got magical powers and shit.
I'll tell you what, as a ginger, I ain't got shit. I ain't got shit, dude. I get sunburned and come quick. I'm not doing much out here.
My dumb ass this weekend, I fell down a fucking rabbit hole of watching Nigerian scammers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, when the motherfuckers be scamming.
In person or YouTube?
No, like on YouTube and shit. The motherfuckers be scamming old fat white ladies and shit.
Oh really?
But then they be scamming like old fat dudes and all the motherfuckers look like straight up fucking perverts too. And it made me just think about this shit. I was like, man, I don't know, man, if this is worth the money to be doing, man, because they be sitting there having the sex motherfuckers and doing all type of shit. And then in my dumb ass head, I was like, man, this would be a dope ass video game, like an RPG. But you got to be a Nigerian scammer and try to fucking.
Dude, you're onto something with that. Some GTA shit.
Yeah, like them motherfuckers is living the real life.
So what were they doing in the videos? Because I've seen the ones where it's usually they're just like kind of pickpocketing like strangers and shit.
No, these motherfuckers be going to like fucking internet cafes. They call themselves like the Yahoo Boys and shit, and they just be on that
Yahoo
motherfucker.
Boys.
Yeah, they be on that motherfucker like on Facebook. They be on like, dating apps and shit, and they just try to find a motherfucker with no self-esteem.
Oh,
and
damn.
try to milk him for everything he got. It'd be like an old fat white dude living in fucking living in Missouri or some shit.
Oh yeah, turn up.
And they be sending them pics like a hot bitch. They should be knowing like this type of bitch is out of your range. I would know I was getting scammed at that point.
Right, exactly.
And then they be like, yo, what's up? And they be kicking it with them for a minute. Be sexing them, sending them
Yeah,
nudes.
because all the dudes don't know how to sex like a woman, so they're typing like a dude
Yeah,
still. So
that's the
like,
whole
wanna throw
thing
around
about
the old
it.
pigskin? The guy's like, is that vagina? He thinks he's getting hit on or something.
And I'm the last person to be homophobic, but man, goddamn, that's a little too gay for me, man. Just to be sitting around typing the niggas all day.
Just to get a couple bucks.
Yeah, just to get a couple bucks is almost like worth the money. I'd just rather rob a motherfucker.
That's what like OnlyFans girls do now. They have like managers. It's all, and their managers like dudes responding for them, which is crazy.
That's it.
They gotta
me up.
They gotta think in the mind of the chick.
Yeah.
So they're responding like, "You look so big today," and that's just a dude just drinking a coffee.
That's the Andrew Tate shit. The Bugatti ain't worth that.
Have you been in one?
What?
A Bugatti?
I mean, no, I ain't that balling.
I'm saying. I went in a Ferrari one time and I was like, I'll do a lot of things with this. I'll do a lot of things. You don't think they're gonna be as nice as they are, and then you drive one, and you're like, oh fuck.
Oh no. Yeah, that's you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
You
that
know
is
what I'm
true.
saying? That's why these goddamn Teslas falling apart every goddamn where. Every motherfucker with Teslas, this shit always got something going on with it.
Yeah, I got one of those back home. Thing just always making noises. It makes more noises in the car rattling than the actual acceleration.
They're saying every time you get one, you got to go around that motherfucker with a fine tooth comb just to make sure everything is right.
Well, it's crazy. They just drop it off, and the guy's like, "Do you have any questions?" I'm like, "I have all the questions." What do you mean? It's a car. How the fuck? How do I reverse?
Oh yeah.
How do I lock this thing? That's so many questions.
The worst shit is having a Tesla and like living in like cold climates. It takes so long for that motherfucker to warm up, man.
Charge,
I used to be dying, man. I swear to God.
Well, the funny part was like when the handles would get frozen over.
Oh, yeah.
Water. Your handles couldn't pop out.
One time, I fucking the key battery had died.
Yeah.
And I was out somewhere, like it said low battery, but I wasn't tripping and shit, so I still was driving around. This thing, I know I can't even open my fucking door.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
just
smooth
stuck.
when it works. When it works, you walk up, no key entry, boom. But when it doesn't, you look like a dumbass. Keep pulling on it. You're scanning shit on the door code.
That shit's the most fucked up shit ever, man.
Is that what you're driving now?
No, I don't got no car out here.
Nice.
I've just been doing Ubers. That's why I'm fucking dealing with fucking non-binary Indian woman damn near crashing in the poles. But for the most part, man, I don't really trust driving out here, man.
Really?
Nobody knows where the fuck they going. Everybody, it's because, Austin,
Everybody just wants to leave the house.
everybody not from here.
Get away from my fucking wife.
So-
You think it's a lot of people not from here?
Yeah, that's what it is. This is just a bunch of motherfuckers. This motherfucker just imports.
Yeah.
You know, like other places, probably Houston and Dallas and shit, it's probably more locals. But out here, ain't nobody from Austin. Like, it's hard to
Right.
meet a motherfucker.
Nobody just moving to Houston.
But when you do meet a motherfucker that's born and raised in Austin, they hate our motherfucking ass.
Right,
They
right.
Oh, you live here?
Yeah.
Where you from? They could just tell. They could just see it in us. Like,
yeah,
you
my
ain't-
brother's the UT Bowl,
They just hate that. They hate us. The real Austinites. They hate these motherfuckers moving in. They say, I forgot. I don't know the numbers, but it's a crazy ass number of motherfuckers that move here every week. And I can definitely say since I've been here, I've literally saw them just slap up neighborhoods like Legos. Like
Yeah.
even where I live at, like you would just new street signs and everything. Like they just made up a motherfucking street.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck is
Cowbell
going on? out
Lane,
here?
yeah.
Like god damn, man. It'd be so many like apartments, like in such close quarters. It'd
Yeah.
be like thousands of people just living in like one block and shit.
Exactly,
man.
and they
So-
build those shits up. Because the Airbnbs, the photos will be really nice, but then the block it's on is shit.
Oh yeah. That's definitely a thing out here.
That's modern day catfishing. You're like, oh, it's got a pool, it's got a modern table, but then you get there and it's a trap house next door.
Airbnb catfishing.
No, I went to 2 bachelor parties out here because, fucking obviously look at me, but that's what it was. You're sending the photos to the group chat. This shit's look at this thing, it's amazing. And then you get there, the whole street, there's just stray cats roaming around. Like, where the fuck are we?
Fucking Austin, Texas. But I will say I love living here, man. It's I mean, it could be fun for you.
Yeah.
It's what you make it.
But you've been here a minute, right?
I've been here for almost 3 years.
Okay, so now do you feel like you're like a native, like local when you
Fuck no.
Really?
I mean, coming from Michigan, it's just two different worlds.
Yeah.
Like Michigan is more of a like, I mean, it's just cold. It's cold as fuck. But then when it get hot, it get hot. But people mean.
In Michigan? Or
Yeah,
here?
just in Detroit. Like motherfuckers ain't.
Well, Detroit, that's
Like-
its own state.
Yeah, I'm just that's the
its
thing.
own,
That's why
yeah.
I always say Michigan because Michigan is Michigan, but Detroit is it's its own thing. It
Right.
don't really got nothing to do with Michigan. But out here, man, like you could just go out and just be hanging around and shit. Motherfuckers talk to you out here.
Yeah.
Like damn near get on my nerves sometimes. Like motherfucker, why is you talking to me? Like
Yeah.
when I was drinking and shit, I go out and be just hanging at bars and shit. A motherfucker be like, so how's your day? Like what the fuck? What's going on? You trying to rob me or
You
something?
trying to rob me or suck me? What's happening, right?
Yeah, man. But in Michigan, motherfuckers don't really talk to each other like that. You know,
California's the same way. A lot of eye contact. You like lock eyes and then look away. You'd be like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, LA's been getting creepy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been there for so long. I've been there for like 8 years. So in my head, I'm just like, this is just normal. But
I feel like everything changed since the pandemic.
a little bit, the vibe's kind of definitely not as much there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as cool of a hangout spot, but it's got its area. I knew it was going to shit when that restaurant Saddle Ranch and on Sunset Boulevard became like the hot spot during the pandemic. And the number one thing they serve is like cotton candy.
What the fuck?
It's cotton candy and mechanical bull, but that was like the place.
Okay.
Like every like MGK was there at nights and shit, and you're like, the fuck is happening?
That damn near sound like some Texas shit. The motherfucking bulls and shit.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers,
100%.
motherfuckers eating high fructose corn syrup for fun. That's one place. That's one thing I do love about LA though. They do have like a lot of fire healthy spots.
Oh, it's crazy.
Out here in Texas, man, it's very hard. I mean, in Austin, I guess you can find some good healthy spots, but even that shit, you be like, nah, this shit tastes a little too seasoned.
Oh yeah, my buddy told me about a brisket Crunchwrap Supreme, and I was like, that's the key to domestic violence right there. You eat one of those and start swinging on your son. That's crazy. A brisket Crunchwrap Supreme.
Or you be like that motherfucker Pistorius, you be taking a shit, motherfucker just come in, you shoot him. Like, what the fuck? You knew what was going on in this motherfucker. I eat that motherfucking brisket crunch wrap.
That's crazy. It's probably phenomenal though. That's the thing.
So yeah, fucking Father's Day just passed, man. The fucking church was banging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to get myself back into going to church and shit, man.
Nice, working out, connecting
Yeah,
with the Lord.
get my higher power and shit going, man.
It's
But
beautiful.
But it didn't look like a good scene. I swear,
Really?
that motherfucker was packed to the gills, man. That's the last thing I'm trying to do. Cause I used to go to church a lot when I was a kid, like and I hated going to church.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, man, I wonder how I can get out of this Sunday. That was like my whole week of planning. Like, how can I figure out to get out of going to church on Sunday?
Yeah. It was packed yesterday. I mean, Father's Day, that's like a playoff game for the churches. You got to go on like an off-season game, just like a random Sunday.
And I don't even think like, wow, as a dad, that's the last thing I would want to do. I'll be thinking that this is my fucking day off. I don't want to do shit. Going to church almost feels like a hobby. Like, that's like fucking,
Maybe the Lord is your dad, you know?
That's fucked up,
everyone's
man.
Father's Day up there.
And I swear I wish when I was a kid, I wish I just would have been like, man, I'm gay. So my mama wouldn't let me go to church and shit. Be like,
But now church would be like, yeah, fucking pull up, come down, anything.
That's the one way to get out of going to church. Just tell them you gay, and then
Will that
you
do
be
it?
like, you know what? I'm going back to church. I ain't gay no more.
Yeah, I grew up Jewish, so we were just taking anything, Our numbers we weren't doing church numbers, so we were like, we'll take anybody and everybody. That dog Jewish, good. That hamster Jewish, get them in here.
Man, so how long you been out here?
I got here yesterday. I'm just here for a week.
Oh, okay. So you got shows and shit popping?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's one thing is the comedy scene out here is cracking like crazy,
great.
man. It's been hard for me to going out because ever since I stopped drinking and shit, because I used to be drunk as fuck going to comedy clubs and shit. I mean, it's just like the one thing you do.
Exactly.
But I did go hang out with David and Will.
Yeah.
And I meant fucking William. Yeah, I hung out with David and Will. And now, it's been kind of it was easier than I expected for me to be going out and not drinking and shit. We went to see Logic the other day too. He was out here.
Yeah.
And it's just been, I've been really surprised at how good I've been,
Yeah, it's more so just annoying because people just know you and they're just like, oh, can I get you a drink? Can I get you a drink? Then you just gotta be like, I'm not trying to.
No, I mean, I think everybody kind of know not to get me a drink.
yeah, but like if somebody's just like some drunk like college kid who's a fan, like, I'll get you a fucking Jägermeister.
That's the worst. Fucking Jägermeister. You drink some Jägermeister, you definitely eating ass that night.
Oh yeah, they taste the same in my opinion.
That's the fucking ass eating serum.
Yeah, that's ass to mouth right there.
Fucking Jägermeister, man. I can't believe when that first time, because that's not like a hood drink. Like motherfuckers.
I
in
don't
the
even know
hood.
what it is. It reminds me of Aspen, just like snow.
It's more like a black licorice, ain't it?
Yeah.
And black licorice is disgusting. Like that's
It's
the
not
one.
good.
You go fucking trick or treating as a kid. That'd be the last thing left in your
Yeah,
bag is
yeah.
the fucking black licorice. Anybody that was giving out fucking black licorice and motherfucking for kids on fucking Halloween, they was definitely doing terrorist attacks and shit like that. Like this motherfucker definitely in the
We had a guy in
militia.
our neighborhood who would give out hot dogs. That's fucking crazy.
Hot dogs giving out the glizzies.
Giving out the glizzies to children.
How? Like in a bun? Like was it
I mean,
cooked?
he had a grill like out front, like a little
Oh.
like pop up tailgate grill. But that's even weirder. You kids want mustard? No,
I ain't
we
gonna
want to
lie,
see your papers. Are you on the run?
I kind of would have fucked with that. You need your nutrients while you trick or treat.
I think it might have been more so for like the dads, kind of like out
Yeah,
there.
that's a little. I kind of fuck with that a little bit.
But like as a kid, you're like, what? No Twix, just glizzed up.
But you grew up in Illinois though.
I was born in Illinois, but grew up in Southern California.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, man, it's kind of cold during Halloween, man. Those motherfuckers passing out
Like, you sure
cold
wasn't just
glizzies.
a homeless man out there
That
just cooking
motherfucker
up glizzies?
smoking everywhere. Like, what the fuck going on?
Nah, this is like he was in the back of like a truck bed just making up glizzies down the street.
The main thing my mom used to be like, man, motherfuckers just give out apples and shit. She'd be like, don't eat that motherfucking apple.
Really?
Because it used to always be a thing. They used to say motherfuckers put razor blades in apples.
I feel like you'd see that shit.
And you would bite, and you would bite the apple and there'd be a
Razor
blade
blades
in
and
it.
candy was the original fentanyl, if you think about it.
Man, that was definitely was. Definitely was.
Yeah. Now they're gonna be like, check your Tootsie Rolls. There's fentanyl in them.
I don't even think these kids trick or treat like that no more.
I don't think so either.
Because I used to look forward to that shit, man.
Of course.
Because it was like certain candies you didn't get like during the year and shit. Then that was like
Right.
the only fucking candy and shit, man. It used to be the craziest motherfuckers would just be giving you shit freehand, like got a bag of candy corn and just giving scoops out like this.
Yeah.
Like them
No
motherfuckers-
wrapper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like them motherfuckers was disgusted, man.
Yeah. The MILFs always had the king size ones.
My dumb ass this Halloween, I just, because I don't be wanting to fucking answer the door and shit. My dogs be barking.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put a fucking bowl of candy out.
Smart.
And thinking the kids was going to be nice about it.
Did you put the sign up? Please take one.
No, I didn't know about that. But yeah, it was emptied in 5 minutes.
Oh,
so it was
yeah.
like the first group of kids just
Bro.
dumped the fucking bowl right in their bag and shit. I
Yeah,
was like,
there was
what
always
the
a piece
fuck
of shit
is
in the
going
group.
on?
Always a piece of shit in the group who would just dump the whole bowl into his bag.
But I thought about it. I was like, I would have did that shit too, though.
Of course.
So- but it was just me being lazy. So
Yeah.
I had to keep refilling the bowl. I mean, I guess it's kind of easier now because it wasn't like I went fucking out shopping to go get candy and shit. I just ordered that shit off DoorDash. So I was like, I ain't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers.
Put a couple Michelobes in that bitch.
It did. It wasn't nothing left but the Hershey's.
Yeah, right? It's funny when they get real selective, right?
Wasn't nothing left but just them regular ass, nasty black ass Hershey's. Them
Yeah.
motherfuckers had your mouth dry
Strawberry
as
blow
hell.
pops. And like, ugh.
All right, man. We'll jump into some of these motherfucking Ask Danny's, man.
Let's do it.
Ask Danny.
Working security at concerts. Hey, Danny, I just started doing security for concerts in my town for a few months ago. I worked so many fun shows and even had to be up front guarding some of my favorite artists. My work is very strict on not bothering the artists and not taking pictures, but sometimes I stand next to people that I've looked up to for years backstage. Is it worth it to say hi to them, or should I bite my tongue and hold back? Love the new album. Good luck with rehab. It's your boy Souls. No, you're gonna want to lose your job. That's
Yeah.
for the most part. I've been there a few times where I've seen somebody, and for the most part, motherfuckers be at work. The last thing they want to do is like be dealing with extra shit like that. But it's been a few times where I've been around an artist or something like, I gotta get a picture. I can't hold back. I gotta ask these motherfuckers, and I do that shit. And yeah, man, you can't do that shit. You'll fucking lose your job, man. So
Yeah, I almost got fired in college. I worked at a radio station, and I took a picture with Wiz.
what?
Yeah, I worked at 106 Camiel in San Francisco, and we had these shirts on, and for the radio station, and I saw this other girl with a shirt on. She took a photo with him, so I was like, oh fuck it, interns getting photos. I was like, what's it, Wiz? I grew up on Wiz, so I was like, you mind if I get a photo? And he's like, yeah, he didn't think anything of it. And then my boss was like, she's been fucking here for 4 years. She came back for today with her T-shirt on. I was like, I didn't know. I don't know these things. Got yelled at for taking a photo. And
God damn it.
the funniest thing is I never even got the photo.
What?
They took it on like one of their cameras, so she deleted the
Oh.
photo. It's like, you petty bitch.
God damn it. Fucking Wiz Khalifa. He seems like a cool guy, though, that he wouldn't have been tripping on taking the picture, though. He always hiding shit.
If he was already doing a meet and greet with a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah.
It's if somebody's like in the middle of work, then they might get annoyed.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, for this though, like when I'm getting ready for shows and shit, sitting backstage, last thing, because you be in your head, and then you be nervous too. That's a lot of things people don't really take into context is that you know, of course, some motherfuckers been doing this shit for years and shit, but you still get the butterflies a little bit.
the jitters, the
and
pre-show.
shit. You just don't know how this shit going, you know, so.
Yeah, I think the best thing you do is either after the show or before, just a quick, like, love your work. Just quick, what's up? You know?
I always tell a motherfucker, like, just wait. If you see me after the show, then yeah, because I don't, you know, I just don't want to get out my zone. Like, I'm in my headspace where I'm just trying to get, because I be fucking up sometimes. I be forgetting lyrics and shit.
Oh, yeah?
So I be trying to rap to myself. I be just in my head.
Yeah,
just
I do
in
have
my
jokes
space.
in the bag, too.
Yeah.
Also, it's like, I think the photo is more so just to show people you met that person. But the fact you get to work with that person is the same thing.
Yeah.
You know? So you don't need the photo for validation. You're working with them right there.
I get weirded out by that shit, though, sometimes. Just like certain people, it's certain people that I hang around with. And you can just feel the vibe, and it'd be like, this ain't the type of person to ask to take a picture with. You know what I'm saying? Just keep a mental memory. It was good enough, you know?
Of course.
So, like, but yeah, you said, so you still get, like, little jitters and butterflies and
100%.
shit before going on stage?
Yeah, I pace back and forth like an insane person. Like, everybody that I tour with and travel with knows, like the last, 45 minutes before a show starts, I'm just in a room by myself, just, pacing, going over shit in my head.
And I would think, like, with comedy, I feel like it's harder in some sense, because that's why I always look at comedy. It's like the purest form of entertainment, because it's just you up there with a mic.
Yeah.
You ain't like the beat can save me a lot. You know, you dance around, do a little stage
Get to the
dive.
crowd. Oh, stage dive? That's funny.
What?
If you start bombing, you get to do a stage dive.
I always used to do that. That was my go-to move.
Really?
Yeah. If I forget a song or something, but shit ain't working out, just stage dive. Because you could
so funny.
Because you could fuck around and fake an injury. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? Then you're like, hold up, time out. Just give me a little extra more time. Let me figure this out. You know,
I
let me
tore
get
my
myself together.
Achilles. That's
with-
crazy. If you're bombing in comedy, that's the last thing you want to do is the stage dive.
Oh, that shit, you might wanna. That might be the best thing to do. Like, hold up, he killed that shit.
Yeah, you forget just the punchlines, just dive into the front row.
And that's the thing about comedy too. I would think that would be most scary to me, because it's all about timing too.
Yeah, of course.
And you don't want to step over a punchline or like rush through a joke or some shit. So you got to get that timing together in your head. So it's like you have to be like calm, like you know.
Well, usually it's like in LA when you're running sets, or like even in Austin, you're doing like 10 to 15 minute shows. And then when you're back on the road, sometimes it's been a month or two, and now you're doing an hour. So you're just kind of going over the flow and the mechanics of what joke goes into what joke, and you're talking it all out. You know what's up there, but you're just like occupying your brain with it. And then if somebody comes in like, did you want the cheese plate on your left or your right? I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't want no damn charcuterie. I want these jokes to work.
And the hard part too, I've seen it a lot where you could tell when a comic is working stuff out.
Yeah.
Like, and he figuring that shit out. So you watching them learn this shit in real time. You know, so it's like,
one of my favorite things to watch is like some of the greats. I saw Bill Burr go up a couple years ago, just Notepad. He'd look at Notepad and be like, all right, let's see if this works. And then he would go for it. And it'd be hilarious, but it's like his process is the same process that anybody started with is still going through. Yeah. You know, you still see open micers doing, all right, let's see if this works. But it's like great to see somebody of that level just still doing it. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's fucking dope, man. All right, next up we got Girl Who Knows Your Music. What up, though, Danny? It's your boy, coming from 30 miles north of Pontiac, Michigan. Shouts out to Yak Town. So over the years, while talking to different chicks, somehow always sneaking a Danny Brown song to see if they know the music. What I've noticed is all the super freaky ones that I talk to always know at least one or two songs from it, usually as I will word for word. My question is knowing Danny Brown music an early indicator of you clapping cheeks with a young freak? From my independent studies, I would say so. See, that's the thing that I hate. That's why I stopped making them goddamn freaky ass songs and shit, man. 'Cause, like, I always talk about it, man. I was doing shows and shit, and it would be like a bunch of like frat dudes in the crowd. Like, it was almost kind of like the type of guys that I'd be like, man,
like me.
No, not you. It'd be the buff motherfuckers with tank tops on and shit like that.
Oh,
like,
dude, I'm fucking jacked up.
You like a cool white dude. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell, like, they didn't really know my music like that. They would just come to my shows just because they thought the girls in the crowd were some nasty bitches.
Oh, okay.
Which could be kind of true, but, you know.
Do you agree with that? If they know, they get down?
No, I wouldn't say so. Because, I mean, it's a lot of music that I listen to. I wouldn't get, that's almost saying like anybody that listen to gangster rap, them motherfuckers shooting people. And it's like, no, some people just get entertainment out of different shit.
Some people listen to that at the library, you know?
Yeah, and it's like, and for the most part, a lot of people like music that's totally not them in some sense. Like they get to see another world through music, so that entertains them, and that's the reason why they like it. So I wouldn't say that. I
will say, like, I was on a date with this girl one time. She told me that she liked Young Dolph, and he's one of my favorite rappers. And I was like, oh shit! But like that to me, I was like, oh, she might suck a mean one.
No,
or
that's crazy.
Or be able to fist fight me.
Rest in peace, Young Dolph. No, if
I
anything,
love Dolph.
I would think she's an entrepreneur listening to Young Dolph. Yeah,
but
he's
like,
all about fucking diversifying your funds.
Right, right. Yeah, he owned all of his music,
even though it's from crack sales and smoking weed and shit. But yeah, if you listen to Young Dolph, it was more to me. He was all about hustler's mentality, like that kind of shit. Like that's what I would listen to Young Dolph. I would get in the mood to want to make some fucking money.
Okay.
Like, last thing I be thinking about is a bitch. He be like, fuck the bitch, get paid. Yeah, like that was Young Dolph whole
That
motto.
was more Dolph. It wasn't so like sexualized.
Yeah, he like, nigga,
I didn't even think
if
about
you broke, nigga, you don't need to be thinking about no bitches. You better get you some money out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, if a bitch
like Gary V mindset, you know?
Shit, if a bitch is listening to Young Dolph, I'll be checking my account. Like, let me make sure I got enough to be fucking around with this bitch. So yeah, no, man.
I didn't even think about that. I just thought that I was like, oh, she knows. She knows her shit.
That do be weird to me when you see like, you know, like wholesome looking white girls that listen to like Lil Baby and shit. Be like, damn, man.
But that's what it was. I was just like, oh, okay.
I'd be like, what do y'all take from this? What do y'all like what is y'all or some of them I don't really think they really understand the lyrics or really get that deep into it, like what I was just saying. And they just, you know, probably just like the beats and like the flow or just even like the motherfucker swag.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of shit. Like a lot of women, man, I feel like they can think a guy cute and like his music.
I mean, I don't really know what the fuck's going on in the country, but sometimes I like it. I don't know what they're talking about, but
no,
I relate.
Ever since I've been in Texas, man, country has been like, you know, like I say, you get in that Uber on a late night, you'll hear a banger, be like, this shit kind of swag. I just don't like the country where they be trying to like be almost like hip hop with it a little bit, man. That's the one shit that turned me off. Like, y'all motherfuckers a little too cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear no fucking country with fucking auto tune on it and shit like that, man. I want that shit to be like some straight up wild west.
Yeah, I want to hear harmonicas or harmonicas only.
I want to hear this motherfucker. I want to hear country motherfucker. He got guns in the house. You know this motherfucker got all type of shotguns and shit. He go hunting like the real country shit. You know?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, some of them Young Dolph songs you could kind of take as like country music in some sense, you know? Like he was talking like the real struggle and, you know, just...
Yeah, okay, the underlying tones, yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the underlying tones of where some shit can be influenced from. And, you know, motherfuckers from the South, they grew up with all types of different styles of music and some shit. So I wouldn't doubt if they get influenced by a lot of that kind of shit.
Yeah, this chick was from San Diego. That's why I was like, what the fuck?
San Diego get gangster, man.
Okay, yeah.
It do, man.
Really?
Yeah, man. They got fucking Mitchie Slick and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
All right. Next up, we got guys who don't wash their ass.
Oof.
Hiya, Danny. Quite a few months ago, I remember a trend online of women talking about how they know men/partners who don't wash their asses. One of the main reasons they gave was that it was gay to touch your own asshole. Now, as a woman, I found this incredibly shocking. How does someone just go their entire life without washing their ass? Anyways, love the show. My mom really liked scaring the hoes. Now, I don't know what kind of motherfuckers you fucking with, but I scrub the fuck out this asshole. That's the one thing I probably spend too much time on in the shower. I'm down there just the bar rubbing up against that motherfucker, man. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Last thing you want is a stanky ass.
Especially in Texas.
I mean, yeah, it's hot out here, but just hygiene in general, man. I mean, if anything that could turn you off about a motherfucker, they can be the coolest motherfucker in the world, but if they stink...
Yeah. That's just how you remember them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you remember them.
With breath or even, to me, man, even a motherfucker with like dirty nails and shit. That's why I'm always going to get my nails done all the time and shit, man. It's just hygiene is just, and I think that's more so a hood thing. Like when you grew up in the hood and fucking lived in crack houses and shit like that and just been, because one thing I tell you about motherfuckers that serve crack and shit.
You after a while, crack, but you won't wash crack.
Yeah, after a while, you start living like crackheads.
You really?
Yeah, you stinking too. You've been in this motherfucker 3 days,
but it's
ain't
a part
shower.
Of it.
Because that's one thing, living in a crack house or, you know, working out of one or some shit, man, going to take a shit, man, could be your last shit you take. Next thing you know, you in the county. You can't waste no time doing nothing. You can't take no shower.
Crazy.
Like, you can't take, next thing you know, that bitch getting raided and you and that motherfucker scrubbing your asshole and
you got a shit standing up. Like, didn't even happen.
You just got to go somewhere else. I mean, I'll go to, like, the Coney Island or something. I wouldn't shit at the spot. Nah, man. Damn. That was, like, because that'd be the worst shit ever, man. You in there taking a shit, and next thing you know, you just hit a dough getting broke down. Like, boom, 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 get on the ground. You're like, oh, shit, I ain't even wiped my ass. Now you in the county with dingleberries and all kind of shit.
God damn.
So, nah, man.
I bet cops have for sure heard that. Let me wipe my ass first.
Man, that'd be the worst, man. And then, fuck, man. Like, I remember in the county, man, one time I had to take a shit, and I was taking a shit, and then they, in the middle of shit, they started doing count, which is like when everybody got to come out their cell, and they count, make sure everybody in the motherfucker. And I'm like, fuck, I got the towel on my door. I'm in that motherfucker. I'm doing my thing. And this motherfucker just bust in mid-wipe. It's nothing worse than the eye contact with another man during the mid-wipe of your asshole. We just looked at each other like, oops. And he just closed the door.
He was respectful?
I mean, I didn't come out. I mean, he was doing his job. I didn't come out my room. He like, this motherfucker's in the room. But I had the towel on my door. He should have known.
Is that a sign for I'm shitting?
Yeah, jacking off.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that sounds like the modern day like sock on the door.
Because you got like a, we had like dorms, and it'd be like this one little window, and you just hang a towel up in front of the window and shit. But I was in there taking the shit, man. This motherfucker just, and I was trying to hurry up and come out and catch the count and shit, because I ain't want the motherfucker to just bust in no more. I'm taking the shit, but this motherfucker just busted right in on me, man. That's one thing in the county jail, man. The motherfucker whoop your ass over taking shits, man. You gotta put water on it. Yeah, you gotta wash after you drop every time. you gotta hit the button, man. Every time. You can't just be sitting on turds and shit, because it'll fume up the whole room. Everybody be like, man, who on this motherfucker taking a shit? You better flush.
Yeah.
So every time you drop one, you gotta flush.
How long ago were you in county?
I was in there for a year.
Damn.
Well, 8 months.
Long time ago? Or
Yeah, that was a long time ago. 2007.
damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It was fun.
And you were rapping at the time or no?
I was trying to be a rapper.
Okay.
I was going back and forth to New York at the time, and
Yeah.
I was trying to get a record deal and shit, but it wasn't working out for me. And, I was still, in the streets doing my shit, and just, but really what it was with me, I used to, I didn't respect court.
Of course.
So I was fucking always
Locked up for jury duty, or what are we talking?
like, no, I would get like loitering tickets.
Oh, really? Damn.
Like I had a shit ton of loitering, because we would like hang out at the liquor store like a few times, and like that's where we would hustle at.
That's
or
crazy.
In the spot and shit.
So cops be like, you can't hang out here. You're like, shut up, bitch. And
No,
then you're sitting in jail.
what it would be that they knew we were selling drugs there, and they
Oh,
would come and they would
right.
try to arrest us and shit and find shit, but they would never find shit. So the only thing they
They
possibly
could
do
give
is
you.
just give you a loitering ticket.
Damn.
And after a while, I had a shit ton of loitering tickets, and then once I caught my case, when I went to when I did go to court and shit, they gave me probation, but I didn't even respect probation. As soon as I went to my probation office like one time and smoked a blunt right after. It was like, well, that's that.
Yeah.
And then I never went back, and then so and then fucked up part is I had like warrants and shit for like years.
Yeah.
And I would still be like getting on Greyhounds, going to New York and shit, trying to get record deals and shit. And every time they were fucking like, I would get like police presence and shit, I'd just lie about my name and shit, and I'll get off and shit. But for the most part, once they did catch my ass, and I had to go to court, because then they took my ass straight to the county, because I had so many warrants and shit for all these
Jesus.
loitering tickets and all this. It wasn't no precinct for me. It was like, nigga,
Damn.
you going straight to, and then the judge is like, oh, this motherfucker don't respect this shit. A year in Wayne County.
Damn.
Man, because I thought I was going to because most of the time, like when you violate probation, they just reinstate the probation, for like, cause you got to think it's not a violent crime. It's for, and then I got caught for selling weed, which was the worst. Nah, weed is fucking legal everywhere. I'd be like,
You got
motherfucker,
billboards of it. It's like creative too.
give me my 8 months back.
Yeah.
The scary shit about the weed now, man, is I'm glad, like, when I went to rehab, it was for drinking. I didn't have no intentions on stop smoking weed. I'm still gonna smoke weed. Fuck that shit. I love weed, but once I got in there, went through the program, learned a lot of shit, man. Weed can be like a fucking, like it's one of those things where it's a slippery slope where, I can see myself probably smoking and be like, fuck it, man, a drink ain't too bad. Like, it is a gateway in some sense, as much as I think that's lame and I don't want to say that shit, but I think in some sense weed can be a gateway.
Could just be the people you hang out with when you do smoke weed too, who are not trying to be as sober as you are.
Yeah, that is a thing too. But this new weed, man, they spraying this shit with crazy shit now, man.
And
And
they got razor blades and that shit too, dog.
oh man, they spraying fucking the cannabinoids. This shit is like
Really?
K2 now, man. So
Oh yeah, K2, that'll make you stab a man.
what? That motherfuckers they be doing that shit in jail. That's
Really?
like they be in that motherfucker freaking out. You can watch that shit on YouTube. Go watch K2
But they've
compilations.
always been making shit in jail. They used to make a high out of like shit, right? You like shit in a bottle or something?
Jinkum?
Yeah.
Oh no, I ain't never seen no Jinkum
That's
in
not
jail.
real?
No, I mean we
Not like Janko jeans, not to get
No,
confused with.
Jinkum is Jenkem. No, we researched about the Jinkum on here, man. No, that's like some white boy internet shit, man. That ain't no.
That's
that
me,
ain't-
dude. I grew up on like E-Bombs world. I'm like the epitome of a white boy internet
Yeah,
shit.
that ain't no fucking hood shit, man. Niggas ain't fuck
Really?
with that, but they do be making like the like taking like I don't know how they do it, but they do be making like homemade wine and liquor and shit.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
And all that shit. Like, I don't know, fuck, they be using banana peels and shit, and all type of shit. No, I think motherfuckers, one point in time, one of my bunkies, this motherfucker was trying to smoke banana peels. He was saying, like, if you left banana peels out for a long ass time, they get all hard and you get them all crunchy and shit, you can roll that shit up, smoke them, and get high off that shit.
Damn.
Like, this motherfucker smoking banana peels, man.
I think
you
you
don't get the
smoke
fuck out of here.
enough of anything, it'll do something. I don't think it's good, but he's like, you can't spell potassium without pot, and he's just ripping a banana peel.
But I don't even know. My dumb ass. So then I've decided that I was going to stop smoking cigarettes, which has been horrible for me. I'm not even gonna lie. That's how I know, man. Cigarettes is really bad, man. But when I was in rehab, we did watch this one documentary that said cigarettes is one of the easiest things to quit.
Really?
They just said like the tobacco industry, they don't want you to know that because motherfuckers wouldn't smoke cigarettes if they knew how easy it was to quit. But I can say it's definitely been hard for me because every day I wake up, I want a fucking cigarette. But I'm sticking it out. I'm still thugging it out. You know, I just noticed that now I just be having these crazy ass mood swings, man.
Really?
Like, yeah, man, that's the only thing that's really been bothering me. And I guess that's just a withdrawal from years of fucking doing drugs and drinking and shit. So
Yeah.
I'd just be in like a good mood, and all of a sudden I just be wanting to cry.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just so gangster, I can just hold it in.
Yeah,
I be
yeah,
on my
yeah.
computer and shit and be like, oh shit, why do I feel like crying right now? But I
Damn,
just be
dude.
holding it in, man.
Maybe you just hold a cigarette, not even smoke, but just dab up your tears, you know?
like all the dumb shit I've done. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, god damn it, man.
Damn, sorry you're going through that, man. That's
yeah,
crazy.
man, that's the only thing that's been really fucking with me is the mood swings, man. But that did, I did my little research and shit. That is like a withdrawal symptom.
Yeah.
So I'm getting over it. Pray for your boy out here, man.
Yeah,
I be
man.
emotional now, man. I'm a bitch ass nigga, man.
That's crazy. The healthier you get, the moodier you get.
Yeah.
10 years ago, when you're in the thick of it, you were like just chilling, no moods because you're too high to realize it. But now,
I mean, because at the end of the day, a lot of motherfuckers don't realize why they do drugs or drink a lot. And
it is very true.
And it comes from a place of, having fun, but it comes from a lot of unresolved trauma. And it's just to get over it and not to have those emotions and feelings and shit.
Yeah.
So I think now with me not smoking weed and shit, I have to deal with my emotions. And it's not nothing that I can just use to just get
That's
over
very
it. Because
true.
a lot of times I would just be like, I don't feel right. I'm gonna smoke a blunt.
Yeah.
Let me get a drink.
Yeah.
I feel like having a drink today, and
Yeah, that's how I feel about jerking off. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to get one out.
yeah,
I don't know
definitely.
what the hell I'm doing.
That's just how I feel about not sleeping right.
Yeah.
I got to get one off, man. This is crazy. But now, man, I can't even handle it, man. I'm a 2-pump chump right now, man.
Really?
I'm so
Because the
used
emotions?
I don't.
You're like, give me a cigarette.
Crying during sex and shit, but no, I'm a 2-pump chump.
Like,
I
spit
guess
on
'cause-
me. I got
'cause
tears.
Sex and drugs and drinking that all went together. I get fucked up
yeah.
and I fuck. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now it's like fucking sober. It's like, oh shit, I guess I'm really feeling it now. Before the
Yeah.
dick was numb.
That's
Now that
crazy.
motherfucker just feeling all type of shit. I'm just nutting. Like, god damn, man. I be having to make up excuses and
That's
shit.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, girl, that was crazy.
Oh, damn, tax day is tomorrow?
Like, you doing it. You that motherfucker too gushy.
That's crazy. One of the withdrawals is just nutting too quick. That's
Dog,
crazy.
it's insane, man. It's
Yeah,
really,
I might get back on PCP just so I can last longer.
It's affected my life, man. God
That's
damn it,
crazy.
man. I got to figure this out, man. All right, man. Next up, we got favorite Nas and Jay-Z beef. Favorite Nas album and Jay-Z. Oh, what's fuck? Rap questions. Okay. Hey, Danny, been a huge fan ever since Triple X. And on God, you're one of the best rappers of our generation. Thank you. I agree. Thanks to your praise of Nas on the podcast, I've been digging into his discography more. What's your favorite Nas album outside of Illmatic and It Was Written? I gotta say mine is Stillmatic. Also, as a young hip-hop fan, I find it funny that Nas and Jay-Z really had beef like that. What is your opinion on the beef as someone who lived through it? I always thought Nas was a better rapper, so I'm a little biased on the matter. Nothing but love and support on your road to recovery, Rabbit. I would say my favorite Nas album outside of Illmatic, It Was Written, is, a lot of people, it's going to be a controversial take, but Street Disciple. And because it was a double album, it's probably a lot more songs, that are more misses than hits. But if you was to just make a playlist and just take all the best songs out of Street Disciple and make one album out of it, it would be, it's some shit on there, man. So I would say, and also if Nas, he made I Am, but I Am had got leaked. And it was a fucking bootleg, and it was in the streets. The original version of I Am it was gonna be some shit. So I would probably say the original version of I Am and make a. And the Jay-Z and Nas beef, it was one of those kind of things where it just was like, it was two motherfuckers that was just, they were too big for the space, and one had to go type shit. And I would me being a Nas fan, I always kind of hated on Jay-Z. And my little brother was a huge Jay-Z fan. He always would tell me like Jay-Z's way better than Nas and this and that and this and that. But it didn't take me to get older in life, and because a lot of shit Jay-Z was talking about was probably way more mature for me to understand. Jay-Z he had the Young Dolph shit. Like, he was on some entrepreneur
he
shit.
really was.
You understand, like, and you go back and you listen to that shit, and it was like, oh, this shit. But Jay-Z was always about trying to make hits and shit too. So that kind of used to turn me off because, like, he got a lot of, like, songs where you were like, man, this is too much.
He did a whole album with Linkin Park. That's what
that
really
was crazy. That was crazy.
A wild collab.
That was wild,
But that got people like me fucking fired up. I was like, yo, Linkin Park and Jay-Z, I could punch a hole in the wall to this.
I hated that shit. And I love Linkin Park. I love Linkin Park and I love Jay-Z by themselves in some sense, but I didn't like that. Jay-Z made an album with R. Kelly, shit. So that shows you what he was trying to do. They actually say that fucking video they shot was on Epstein Island.
Really?
Yeah, the Fiesta video, I think that's what's
No
kind of
shit.
crazy. Like, what the fuck?
Can you see if it is?
That's
I mean, but like imagine that pitch. Like, yo, my boy owns an island. You want to film a music video there?
and I would think R. Kelly and Epstein would have been boys.
Yeah, they got ties together. They got ties together. I mean, if I could shoot on an island, you're gonna go to that island.
Yeah, look, that goddamn TikTok. Why they keep saying if you ask the video is filmed on Epstein? I guess it's probably a conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah.
But for the most part, man, I would think that Epstein and R. Kelly would have been boys. I know that nigga R. Kelly and that motherfucker right now singing like a motherfucker in jail. They talking about they just be having them doing concerts on the rock and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker. They're like, man, sing that Ignition remix, man. Bust that shit out.
That's the best way to not get your ass beat.
Dog, that's the worst shit about celebrities going to jail and shit, man. It's like, man, I mean, you got to get put in PC, man.
Yeah, you still got your own tour schedule. That's crazy. You're just going bunk to bunk, just doing the hits.
That's the worst shit ever, man. Like the funny shit, they said Bill Cosby got hit with a hot dog. Like I couldn't imagine it. I mean, cause I would have did something. Like you got to think in jail, you be bored as fuck.
Of course.
That's one thing. So you just fuck with motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Was it a hot dog? I don't know. They hit him with something when he was in jail.
Isn't his vision really bad? He's like low-key blind right now.
I've been thinking about the glizzies ever since Cuz been passing them out for trick or treat. But y'all don't know.
Bill Cosby hit with a hot dog.
Yeah, he fell down. Hot dog
Dude,
bun.
Whoever threw that hot dog, that's how you earn respect in the pen right there.
That motherfucker was trying to make a movie. That's what he was doing.
Oh, that's actually hilarious.
He got pelted with a stale hot dog bun on his first day in prison.
He got hit in his wabada,
Dog.
making his noises and shit.
That's been crazy because now there's more people coming out about the Bill Cosby shit ever since this motherfucker got out and shit. So it's like, man.
I keep hearing rumors he's going on tour. Is that actually
I know I heard that too. Like he was about to try to get back out here in the streets. But nah, man, Bill Cosby, man, it was fucked up, man, because Bill Cosby, he was almost like, a lot of niggas in the hood ain't got no dad. Mm-hmm. So it was like Bill Cosby was motherfucker's dad in some sense, man. The Cosby Show was like the most wholesome black people we ever saw in our life, man. I remember my DJ one time. He's like, "Fuck Bill Cosby." I was like, "Man, a white man can't say fuck Bill Cosby. That's racist, man. You don't know what you mean to black people. This and that." Now this nigga Bill Cosby a fucking piece of shit, man. I gotta apologize to him. Sorry, brother. But I was, man. I was really riding for Bill Cosby, man. But fuck Bill Cosby, man. He a horrible person, man. That fucking documentary fucked me up.
That's crazy.
Like, come on, man. Like, I mean, who want dead fish pussy anyway, man? At the end of the day, man, when a bitch ain't moaning or doing nothing, man, that's a boring ass sex, man. I want a bitch to be doing something. You got to be talking to me, saying something, man. He used to motherfucker want to fuck dead bitches, man. That nigga, he deserved everything he's getting, man. And I used to hate how Bill Cosby always like try to shit on dirty comics and shit, cause that was like
that is bizarre, yeah.
That was like my main shit, cause I love Richard Pryor, like, and
of course they couldn't have been more opposite.
And yeah, definitely. But he always like was shitting on dirty comics and shit, and that shit was crazy, man. So fuck you, Bill Cosby. All right, next up we got. Next up we'll hop into some white people shit.
White people shit.
Hey, I'm here for this.
Yeah.
My specialty.
All right, we're gonna see. Next up we got hey Danny, big fan of the show. Have you ever heard of extreme underwater ironing?
Never mind. I do not fuck with this.
It is definitely some white people shit. As a scuba diver, I heard about underwater ironing for some people in the scuba community, and I thought it was the most ridiculous thing ever. People take ironing boards to the bottom of the ocean and pretend to iron clothes. I shit you not, it's a real thing. Let me know what you think. Keep them high and tight, Adam.
That's jobless activities right there. Yeah, these people have zero jobs.
Extreme ironing. So this is really
real.
a real thing.
What the fuck?
I don't know about this white people shit. This is just crazy motherfucker shit.
Yeah, this is PCP activities.
This is the type of motherfuckers that do CrossFit and shit like that. It's like ironing clothes is hard enough,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get your creases straight and doing all that shit, man. Ironing is becoming I don't know, man. That might be like an old school method, man.
Oh, I think so, man. I just grabbed this out of my suitcase and I was like, it's got enough creases to it.
I do the jail ironing.
What's that?
Whatever outfit you want to wear, you just get it out and you put it under your bed.
Oh, yeah.
You put it under the mattress and just let it flatten out like that. And you wake up in the morning, your shit be crispy. So, yeah, you get a T-shirt
I would
that's
do
too
that in
wrinkled.
like high school. You lay out your fit before the day.
Yeah.
By the way, somebody was just ironing on a cow. If you go back 2 seconds, that is some white people shit.
Ironing on a cow?
Yeah. That's white people shit.
Man, I feel like Peter gonna come kick
Also,
this
yeah,
motherfucker dough down.
That's the slowest branding ever of a cow. He's just got one giant strip on the back.
I feel like any moment now, he gonna get raided by Peter. Like, ain't that fucking animal cruelty?
Crazy. Yeah. They got spray, like Febreze spray. You spray on your t-shirt, it takes the wrinkles out.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that shit underwater.
I mean, and they got the fucking, the fucking...
Steamers?
Yeah, steamers.
Yeah, the problem is with the underwater ironing is like your shit is just wet. You can't wear that shirt after.
But what kind of iron are you using that you can iron underwater? Because don't you got to plug it up?
These people aren't mentally stable.
Is it battery-operated irons? Like... I ain't never seen that before. Every iron I've seen, you got to plug up. So, I don't know.
Extreme ironing.
I wouldn't say this is white people shit. This is definitely just psycho motherfucker shit. Anybody that's doing extreme ironing, you gotta check them for bombs.
Yeah, this is
shit.
no
like,
bitch activities right here.
Like they doing terroristic activities.
Yeah, imagine flying with an ironing board. Bad enough if you see somebody flying with like a guitar, but an ironing board?
Talking about like in the airport?
Yeah,
Going
yeah.
through TSA with
I
an
saw
ironing
somebody
board.
with a trombone the
And
other
you'd
day.
be like, what the fuck is you got going on? I'm an
Yeah.
extreme ironer. That ain't nothing you can even bring up to a bitch like going out on a date and shit. She's
Yeah.
like, what you do in your spare time? Like extreme
Also, the word
ironing.
extreme is too much for this. You're still ironing.
Extreme ironing. This motherfucker ironing on mountains and shit.
Jet ski.
And I feel
Wakeboard.
like, man, skydiving. No, this is just psycho people, man. This is psycho.
Skydiving, that one's actually kind of hard.
This is psycho.
Like, what do you do? How do you land the ironing board? You just drop that shit?
So they're actually not ironing because the iron is not on.
Oh, true.
You know what I'm saying? So
They're
it's
just
just
pantomiming shit.
It's
with their
just for the
hands.
look. It's like an aesthetic thing.
I'm gonna do extreme DJing. Fuck that. I'm gonna go underwater and start bringing a 1-2 and bring a mixer down there.
These just motherfuckers with too much time on their hands. I'll let you
100%.
know right now, ain't no broke motherfucker extreme ironing.
Oh yeah.
So this a rich people sport of doing some dumb shit. Motherfuckers whitewater rafting, ironing. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, there's
Y'all
somebody who sold an app when he was like 30 and made millions, and I was
and just ain't got nothing else to do with their life. I feel like these
Yeah.
are losers, man. Like, you a loser, you an extreme ironer, man. I hate to say it, man. You're a loser, man. Like, don't nobody want to hang with you. You have no friends.
Well, that's why they're going to the top of a mountain by themselves. I'm gonna go iron. What are you doing swinging? Oh, I was ironing on top of Mount Kilimanjaro.
But even that, man, just like just motherfuckers that climb mountains and shit, man. Like, I don't know, man. Anybody that I guess that's what happened when you sober. You start doing shit to get thrills and shit. Cause ain't nobody getting high thinking about climbing mountains or like doing all
That's
kinds
their
of shit.
ketamine right there. That fires them up.
They just want to get that rush. I will say I do want to skydive one day.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one crazy shit. Cause everybody that said it's like a life changing thing, like doing mushrooms or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe one day, I would like to go skydiving. But for the most part, I don't really fuck around with crazy. Like I'm scared of roller coasters.
Yeah.
Like fuck that. Like roller coaster. Like just doing shit. Like scaring yourself for fun. That's not like what I used to sell crack. That was scaring myself for fun. Like that's the last thing I want to do is fucking go to haunted houses or anything like that.
The
Like
roller
no.
coasters that go upside down are crazy to me. We do
Man.
a loop. I don't trust that. Because you got some 16-year-old kid off Ritalin just trying to click yes or no on the ride.
Oh shit.
And if he's bored, he's going to be like, all right, make him go faster. Why is my life in your hands?
And we used to go to Cedar Point. Cedar Point, they just
I've heard of that.
they just make up roller coasters, man. Like what the
Get
fuck you got
bored.
going on, man? Like certain shit. Like I like a Ferris wheel. That's cool. You
Ferris
know,
wheel's great.
Certain little shit. I actually did one time. They had the when you sit down, it's like a bungee.
Yeah,
That shit, I
You
did
done
that
those?
shit. But I was drunk as hell. That's when I was really deep in my alcoholism. I ain't give a fuck
Yeah.
about shit. I'm like, fuck it, man. This bitch, like we drunk. We got up on that motherfucker, man. But yeah, I'm actually go to Cedar Point. I'm gonna take my girl to Cedar Point because Cedar Point it is a great time. But for the most part, I ain't trying to get on no crazy roller coasters and shit. I will. They got this one, man. It's like a old ass fucking cart. Like that shit look like one of the motherfucking carts they used to coal mine in or some dumb shit. Like, and this motherfucker, dog, it goes so fucking high, man. I swear to God, you damn near up in the clouds, man. That shit is, and it's so raggedy. You just think any given time, like I'm about to die. Like I'm about to die. And I didn't really like, like most people say they just get that adrenaline rush. I ain't getting no fucking adrenaline rush. I think I shitted on myself, man. I don't know
That
what
is
the
an
fuck-
adrenaline rush right
Dog,
there.
that shit
For
had
somebody.
me fucked up, man. And then you like motherfuckers that you know, I ain't saying like dying. I mean, dying is whatever, man. That's graduating out of life and this and that, man. But to go out on a roller coaster, man, and dying at an amusement park has to be like one of the worst ways to end your fucking life.
The
man.
last thing you hear is hot dogs. Who wants a hot dog?
Like, this the way this ends? Like, no, man.
Last sight is somebody eating just a funnel cake. That's crazy.
And I hate the fucking roller coasters where they strap you in and your legs just dangling.
Yeah.
I lost some Air Maxes like that, man.
Really?
The worst day in the life, man. That was the
You
worst
just
day.
walk around with no shoes.
Yes,
rest of the
man.
day?
And now I gotta finish, and this was like one of the first rides we went on.
Wow.
I had to finish the day walking around with my socks on and shit, man. It was the worst shit ever, man.
That's crazy.
You don't realize how fucking, man. And then you gotta think you're standing in line and shit. Everybody's looking like, what happened to your shoes, motherfucker? They fell off riding the fucking Raptor. All right, man. Next up, we got white people shit. Trucks. Hey, Danny. I grew up in Seattle, where all the city people drive Subarus and
Yup.
Priuses. And whatnot, the country redneck drive big-ass F-150s. I always thought that trucks were some white people hillbilly shit. But I recently went to Atlanta for a weekend and saw country folks of all colors driving big pickups. Am I wrong, or are pickup trucks some white people shit? Let me know. Keep scaring the whole Spencer. No, I wouldn't say trucks is white people shit. I mean, that's some working man shit. If for anything, like,
That's really what it is, yeah.
out here in Texas, man, you see them all the time. But I mean, they just go overboard with it. They got the fucking big ass fucking tires.
They got the longhorns on the
and
front of the shit.
Longhorn on the front, man.
It's more of a statement at that point.
But I think they be trying to warn you. Any motherfucker that got the Longhorn on the trunk, they definitely got a shotgun in the back. So leave they motherfucking ass alone.
Yeah.
And if they white, they definitely said before. So you got to watch out for them motherfuckers, man. They got that fucking Confederate flag. All type of shit. So yeah, when you see the Longhorn, they just trying to warn you, man. This ain't the motherfucker to road rage with. And I learned my lesson about that shit.
No
man.
Biden stickers on the back of that, for sure.
But no, pickup trucks, man. It's a lot of cool pickup trucks. And it's more like some they like the narco motherfuckers be driving them and shit too. Like the fucking they got the what's that one truck? The Raptor, I think. That's like a cool big
yeah.
Yeah,
There's like a bumblebee or something like that.
Yeah, it's all type of shit. So no, I wouldn't say that. It's some baller
You should
shit
be
too.
required to put your job of what you do on the back of it, just so people can like talk shit. Like if you work as like at a speakeasy and you're serving cocktails with that car, something got to change. You need a Fiat or something.
Now the thing that scares me, they talk about how the trucking industry is about to fully go AI in like a few years and shit. And it's gonna be like semis.
Damn, so we can't do this anymore? Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be like semis just being driven by computer, and all the truckers and motherfuckers about to lose their jobs and shit like that.
Damn, lot lizards too.
Oh yeah, they're
What,
gonna
they
put the
gonna be-
lot lizards out
Be
of business.
sucking off hard drives.
But that's scary because I mean we talk about that shit all the time in
Yeah.
movies and shit, and they talk about how the machines are going to run the world, and
It's
last
happening in
thing
front
you
of
want
us.
is fucking semis on the highway being operated by computers. What if the motherfuckers just go Transformers on our ass and just start crashing shit? 70 car
Yeah,
pileups and
especially
shit.
if there's like an icy road or something. I mean, all this stuff is happening in front of us. You go to a McDonald's lately,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, you can order over there. I'm like, what? Huh?
Yeah, I remember when I first started saying that. I started saying that I was saying it a lot in Europe first.
Yeah,
Where you'll go to Europe and shit. But sometimes, man, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like that shit.
Really? it's weird at first, then you're doing like, oh, it's very easy.
Because they got different customizations that you didn't know existed.
Yeah.
I didn't know you can get extra salt on your burger.
Really?
Well, I be getting my shit salty as fuck. I be getting the extra salt.
Extra
and shit.
salt?
Yeah, extra salt on
Damn.
burger and fries. Because then they got to remake your shit. They can't
The
add
fresh.
your shit fresh. They got to go. So I be doing extra salt and all that shit, man.
That is true.
But fast food, man, I'm definitely trying to stop eating fast food, man. It's the worst, man. It's just always one of those things where it's like a late night and it's like,
Well, that's what comedy stuff, because you're done at like 1. The only thing that opens is like In-N-Out, or I guess Whataburger out here.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You're just slapping one of those down. But there's something nostalgic about, ordering at a fast food and they fuck up your order and they don't understand what you're saying. There's like a language gap. But now with the machines, it's all you. It's you.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nobody to yell at. There's nobody to blame. You put in the order. So if you fuck up, that's on your ass.
They could still give you the wrong order.
Oh,
That's-
100%.
That happened to me before. Ordering off the machine, I got the wrong order and shit. That's the worst shit ever, man.
Who do you get mad at? Just Alexa? Bitch, make my shit again.
One place that's not going to be doing that shit is like Chinese restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
And you would think they'd be doing it first, man. But it's one thing fucked up, man. I remember one time I got the wrong order. That's nothing worse than getting the wrong order at a Chinese food store, man. Like, man, I swear to God, motherfuckers be ordering some crazy shit.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I just got a fucking a box of rice with just fucking brain sprouts and shit in it. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, man? I had shrimp fried rice, man. This motherfucker just got rice and greens, man. This shit, who the fuck is eating this shit?
I've seen sushi restaurants that have like robots that come around and you collect your plates and like give you waters and shit.
Yeah, I like those spots where you can go. It's like a
middle
conveyor
ground.
belt.
Yeah.
And you can just take the sushi off and you eat that shit, man. I always was confused about how they know what to charge. Like, I don't know,
think
man.
it's like by the color of the plate or something.
And
It's
they
like
be like-
certain rolls are.
Because I always like, I'm always trying to get over. I would try to finesse in them motherfuckers, man.
Right, you put it back on the conveyor
Yeah,
belt.
man.
after-
Be like, I ain't like this shit, man. It's just, I'm trying it out,
Fold
man.
up your napkin like a
I'm
roll.
trying this
put it on.
motherfucker out, man. No, man, but for the most part, man. But yeah, man, even like the grocery stores and shit. Like a lot of the time, man, I be buying shit. I don't want another motherfucker know what I'm getting.
Oh, that's
What
true.
I'm saying? Like you can get some shit like you go get too crazy. So
Yeah, self checkout's nice for like condoms and single ply toilet paper.
certain shit. But I only thing I hate about self checkout is bagging my own shit up.
Yeah.
Now you can self checkout and they still bag your shit. I don't know, man. I'm retarded.
I'll give some 2 scans, and if it doesn't scan, I'm stealing it.
Man,
Because I'm trying to do it, but I was at a place yesterday or like a week ago, and I wouldn't scan this drink, and I was buying 2 things. The first thing it scanned, second one scan, and it wasn't registered. I was like, this is mine now.
you be getting away with that shit.
I mean,
God damn, 'cause I feel like they be on my ass. They just knowing I'm about to scan some shit. They just knowing I'm about to finesse the shit.
yeah. Well, I'm also just humming loudly jazz music, and they're like, this guy's chill.
Coming through the self checkout with a flat screen TV and shit.
Yeah,
Like-
but I mean, this is like a fucking, it's like a watered and iced coffee. Like, they're just looking at me like, you're going to steal a liquid death? That's what you're going out on?
yeah.
I used to steal alcohol in high school, but I would buy something with it because I would have the guilty conscience that I was stealing.
How you sell alcohol? I mean,
I would just put it in my pants, like right here. And like in the back of the grocery store, they didn't have the tags on the top.
oh,
So I just put it in my pants, like by the bathroom, and then I'd be like, "Oh, I feel bad. I should buy some." So I buy a Gatorade. So I'd have a bottle in my pants at the register buying a Gatorade. Now that's some white people shit. Because
Yeah.
I just felt I was like, "Well, I should buy something. I don't want bad karma."
I love that. It's a fucking it's actually a YouTube channel called Gas Station Encounters. Where this motherfucker, he just got a motherfucking the security camera, and he just be watching motherfuckers steal, and
Dude, I
he
mean,
run up on their ass.
Well,
all the
I
time.
thought I was so slick, but if you looked at a camera, it was so obvious.
And it be always, and white motherfuckers be coming to that bitch stealing fireballs and shit. He
Yeah,
always be,
we used to steal Swisher Sweets a lot because they put
How they used to
they
see-
weren't behind the counter.
growing up in the hood, they know what a nigga
Oh, bro,
gonna
Slim
take.
Jims are locked up now at,
yeah.
at convenience stores. But this would be like if you were the clerk in the counter, the Swisher
Look.
Sweets were behind where I was, so I would just put them in my back pocket.
I think this show needs to be on TV, man. Like,
I
this is
love
one of
a
the
good show
funniest-
like this.
It's one of the funniest shows ever because every time a motherfucker get caught stealing, you could just see their reaction to the whole shit. Like, hold up, man, I wasn't
They
trying to steal
immediately know where the
$100.
camera is too. They look up and they lock eyes.
What this motherfucker steal? Oh, he tried to steal some
probably-
Sour Patches.
He looks like I would steal like that beef jerky that looks like it's chewing tobacco, comes in the can.
The thing is, they always give themselves away. They always just looking around too much.
Yeah, that's what it is. And they try to act too casual.
They always looking around too much. Like, oh, I
But-
want
but
this.
that-
And always keep putting shit back down, picking up shit, putting it back down.
Well, they
Like,
try to like become friends, like they don't know.
But
oh,
these-
so then when they walk out, that's when he
yeah,
gets them.
then he'll run up
How
on him.
dumb are you? What do you mean, what? Are you playing dumb? Yeah, you're playing fucking dumb. How much shit do you have in your pants and in your pockets? You have a bunch of shit in both of them.
Just this, bro.
Oh, that's it? There's nothing in your hoodie pocket?
No.
No?
just
There's
nothing.
no
He
ice
tried
cream
to
down
get
your
out there with them
pants?
Sour Patch Kids.
No.
These were. I got you, bro. Here, man.
No, you don't. No,
here,
you're not going
man.
back in. You're waiting for the police.
Bro,
I can't take
listen
those
to me,
back.
bro.
They've been down your pants. They've been touching your
Dude, They
dick.
didn't touch my dick, bro.
Yeah, they did. You're waiting for the police. You're waiting for the police.
That is wild
No,
if he put
yeah,
that back
you're
on the
waiting for
shelves.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Stop being a fucking idiot then. You dumb? Just hang out, wait for the police, okay?
And this is almost the
Sorry.
most embarrassing
Just hang out,
shit.
wait
This
for the
almost
police.
like the fucking John's
No,
TV,
no, you
like
can't.
motherfuckers
Your
that
card
get
just
caught
got
fucking with
declined. Just wait
prostitutes
for
and
the
shit.
police.
You ain't getting no
Just wait
bitches.
for
They
the
find
police.
out
Yeah,
you
for
been stealing at
Sour
the gas
Patch.
stations and
Wait for the
shit.
police.
Sour Patch
Take your
Kids.
fucking Snickers bars. They went down your pants.
But he got to know.
And who would have thunk
He got to know as a wigger. Motherfuckers is looking at him more than anybody, man. A white dude with neck
Silas hat
tattoos
and
and
a neck
Jordans
tat.
on. Yeah, you wearing Jordans. Your ass is getting frisked. You getting stopped and frisked everywhere you go. He has to know he's like one of the most
Damn.
thug-looking motherfuckers, man.
I've never seen this. I've been seeing a lot of people like confronting like pedophiles and shit.
Oh, yeah, that
on
shit
like
is-
TikTok.
yeah.
but they're just like two dudes. They'll be like, "We're just gonna set this up," and I'm like, "We're doing the Lord's work today."
The pedo hunters and shit.
Yeah, but
But-
there's a lot of people doing it, which I'm like, turn up. But like, I feel like that's kind of dangerous. But
It definitely is dangerous, and I think it's some shit in it. It's kind of like illegal and shit where they can't even arrest the motherfuckers
right,
for doing that shit.
Well, it's like a citizens watch or whatever. What's it called?
I don't
Citizens
know.
arrest.
Pedo hunters. I be watching all type of dumb shit. On
Oh
on
yeah, it'd be
YouTube,
kind of
man.
fun though. Just like pull up on a dude and be like, "Yo, Glenn, take those big ass glasses off, you pussy." And he's like, "What?" A
Yeah.
lot of them are. This
This
that's
is
not like
Dr.
Dr. Phil. They do. There's a lot that are just like they're just filming it on like an Android. Yeah. They're all vertical videos. Yeah, and they just confront them in the aisle.
I seen him. That's how they got EDP 445.
Oh yeah,
That motherfucker was talking about he was there for a cupcake.
Yeah, they're always saying something.
But then
We're playing a scavenger hunt.
But then what happened was, remember, they said some shit. They had stopped doing, like Chris Hansen had to stop doing it because the motherfucker killed himself.
Oh,
And they like, this shit ain't, like, because at the end of the day, they doing this shit for content. And if you really care about kids and shit like that, man, you ain't trying to get no views, man. Report that motherfucker to police, and that shit should be.
Oh, I see what
you
you're
should
saying.
report that motherfucker, and it's a sting. Ain't nobody knowing about it. Don't be whipping out your fucking phone trying to lock
I
up
did love
no-
watching Cops growing up when they did the sting operations. Those were my favorite. They would
I thought Cops was done. No,
It
I
is.
kind of fun. No, I
Is
feel
it
like
on?
I seen a new episode or something. This
What the
motherfucker was
fuck?
like, "Oh, you smoking that Kush?" I'm like, "What?
Yeah, where you get that
This
lingo?
got to be a new one." Yeah, I'm like, "This got
You
to
got
be
that
kinda
loud
new.
on you?
Yeah, he had pulled over this chick and she was smoking in her car, but come to find out, it wasn't even no real weed. She was smoking K2, and she like, "No, I got this from the smoke shop." A fucking
It comes full circle.
yeah. So cops,
Damn.
man, cops are still going on, man.
Do you ever watch, what was it, Live PD? You ever see that?
Yeah.
It was like ESPN mixed with Cops.
It's a lot of PD because it's,
This was electric.
one of the officers' name is Danny Brown.
Really?
Yeah, and every time I be searching my name on Twitter, sometime they'd be like, "Man, Danny Brown busted that motherfucker." I'd be like, "What the fuck is they talking about?" And come to find out, it's a
They
cop
think they're talking
name.
about you spitting like a hot 16 or something?
Yeah, I was like,
fuck
"Man,
yeah,
I ain't
dude.
doing no police shit. What y'all got going on?" And come to find out, it was a
Damn.
motherfucking cop named Danny Brown on motherfucking Live PD and shit. But no, I never really checked that one out for the most part, man. That should be giving me PTSD, man. I can't be watching the police arrest motherfuckers, man. That's the worst shit ever, man. Chasing motherfuckers. You see a nigga out of breath, like, he come out like, "Get out the bushes." Nigga come out with fucking tree shrubs and shit all over the shit. I be like, "Man, I've did that before, man."
Yeah. They
That
got
shit is scary to me, man.
14 guns pulled on him. He's like, "All right, fine, you got me." Like, "Yeah, man, of course they fucking got you." I love when they would try to run. They'd be like, "Don't you do it, don't you?" And then he just take off.
That shit is scary to me,
See the
man. I
fat cop
cannot
try and
fuck with
run?
That, shit,
That was my favorite when the fat go back.
Cause that's nothing. I mean, it's nothing worse than running from the police. I mean, cause they don't give up. I mean, and it's
No,
like,
oh, yeah, they got-
it's literally cause it was a point in time in my life where we was getting raided every week, so I was at least
Jesus.
running from police like once a week. We had a whole system.
You're probably
down.
very in shape though.
Fuck no, man. We smoking blunts all day. We just had a method, so we would be able to get away. But man, that shit is like,
Method to meth, baby.
man, the heartbeat, man, the fucking man. So
It's gotta be awful.
thank God I'm not living that life no more. I'm so happy to be sitting here talking to you, brother, doing this kind of shit, man. I'm just trying to live a wholesome life. I'm done with the whole drug shit.
I'm proud of you, man.
So even like certain music don't even hit the same no more.
Really?
Just watching certain shit, man, I'm like, man, this shit is over with, man. Let that shit be in the past, man.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to be in a good headspace now, and shit, man. It's been great. Dog, it's been great. But yeah, man, thank you for coming through, man. We about to get
Appreciate
about this
it, man.
motherfucker, man.
Thanks
So
for
you
having me, man.
hilarious in the motherfucker. Where you gonna be at?
I'm doing a special at the Paramount in Austin.
Oh shit.
So that's why I'm here this week, kind of just doing some like scouting for it, just like camera stuff.
Oh,
But I'll be
shit.
back here July 14th, 15th.
Hell yeah, I definitely need to pull up.
Pull up, man. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Gotta have your boy come through. I ain't
Yeah.
drinking no more, so I ain't gonna be
Got
heckling
you,
or nothing.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll get you some of them liquid deaths on the rocks.
Thank you, brother. So yeah, man. Thank you, dog. You're hilarious, man. Great
you,
to
man.
see you, man. Dog, you've been holding it down, man.
Thank you, man.
Love you,
Appreciate you for
brother.
having me, man.
Y'all, all right, man. We about this motherfucker. See y'all next week, man. We up out. Peace.